Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a little bit of an eventful early team fight, I do want to welcome you to the North American Challenger League playoffs. We're going to start things off with a kill for Westrise, another kill for Robert X. Lee, and an incredible start for the now determined gaming. We'll have to see how determined they are to carry out this win here in the best of three. First best of three of the game. Oh, death sentence there on Agachu, flashes away. In the mid lane, we're going to see Cheese Beluga take a lot of damage. Westrise going on. A couple more auto attacks. One more, but can he get it through the turret? He's not going to be in range. Goes down. Cheese Beluga on a little bit of an overzealous dive there. Takes out Westrise through the turret.
Yeah, that was a very interesting play by Westrise. I guess he didn't have a flash from that earlier in engage, so kind of committed all the way. Couldn't get the taste of fear, but now it looks like that'll even up a little bit there. Only 300 gold deficit. Now he's getting a kill in the mid lane is going to help him out quite a lot. He's heavy in the utility tree. He's got the biscuit for that lane as well, so a little bit of revision coming from that, and an extra kill on top. Now it's going to net him a little advantage in that lane, especially since there was a lane swap and they put Arflon in that 2v1 bot. Oh no, in the 1v1 bot. But yeah, it looks. I don't know here. It's going to be two up top, two in the 1v1s mid and bot, and junglers kind of just going back and forth at it.
Bottom lane, we're going to see a stun there on a Beeson. Arthlon's coming in there, misses the Summoner's Cup. As he was about to hand it over to Beeson. He didn't want it, so he just will walk away from there. We talked about Beeson being a sub there on vVv, but we also have to talk about their other sub in place of Tails. It's Don't Mash Me on the roster, top lane with Godshoe versus Bubba and Roberto X. Lee. Now, Godshoe's waiting off to the side because he wants to know if he can come around through the tri-brush and then maybe get a nice flank there, but he's not staying in lane for some reason. Once again, Westrise going in on a Cheese Beluga. Will a second dive work out? I think Westrise kind of learned his lesson on that one.
Yeah, you don't want to feed Xerath too much, especially if he doesn't die early on in the game. He can just go and become that sieging monster that he is. We see if that's just a little bit of push coming in, and Westrise going to get poked out in that lane. Xerath just so strong at harassing in that mid lane, especially since he has the built-in armor penetration. Is getting an early pink ward placed out up top. Going to be contested and taken out as Determined Gaming will be able to take that one for the win. And a little ward is placed in it from the Warning Totem.
Oh, Westrise waiting over the wall, jumps over, starting to get the damage down as Cheese Beluga. One more auto attack. There's the Ignite, and it's going to be Broken Shard for the nice KS gank coming in there, picking up Determined Gaming's third kill of the playoffs.
So a really good job from that one, and going to help snowball Westrise in that lane, as well as looks like they've dropped an early pink, so going to clear out some wards, take some control, and down bot this Arthlon Mundo lane against the Beeson Riven, so it's just going to be a poke fest back and forth, just sitting there letting the Spire burn, as well as keeping on with those trophy hits from that TPA Mundo skin. We do see as everybody just kind of going back to lanes here. Some good ganks coming in from Broken Shard, actually, as he has one kill, one assist, and just gonna be looking strong from that one. Bubba and Robert X. Lee kind of in a commanding position up in this top lane. Mash Me and Godshoe kind of feeling the pain as Robert Exley did get that one kill. Went back, picked up wards and some potions, so sustaining through very hard.
All right, now Broken Shard just passed through those wards up there in the upper tri-brush. Knew he was going to get spotted out, so he just walked through, and now will recall back to base. Or will he? He's actually stopping, staying up there in the top lane. This is something we actually talked about during Champion Select, and we were like, is this actually going to be a thing? The jungle Gragas is something Broken Shard played before. And it looks like bringing it out once again. He's already picked up one kill for himself there in the mid lane. Now coming top lane. Actually going to pull him in there with the lantern. Body slam under the turret. Flash away, but not enough damage to take down Godshoe. Nice reaction there by Porpoise Pops coming out of the jungle. A really nice counter gank there against Broken Shard. But still Godshoe trying to sustain up there with the health potion. But is that going to be enough for Broken Shard to want to come in again?
I don't know. Porpoise Pops is still hanging around. He will get spotted out by the ward in the tri-brush, so looking to try to be sneaky, try to get in the Revolve Breaker. Broken Shard being low could be a sign that they could try to burst him out first, but still, 3v3 up top. Junglers are going to hang around there, Porpoise Pops especially. We do see a stun applied to West Rice. Not looking to pop it just yet is Cheese Beluga, and they will just go back to being that poke fest. And in the bot lane, we just saw Arthlon get shoved back out, so he went back to base, picked up a giant spell, and now heading back there to go back to pick up his nice big farm wave that is waiting for him at his turret. But either way, level 6 achieved for Cheese Beluga now, so that stun is a little bit more accessible to him and could set up for a nice game for Porpoise Pops, especially when he has Assault and Battery.
I actually love the Xerath pick here, especially against an AD assassin mid lane, whether it's Zed, Kha'Zix, what have you. It's great to have a little bit of extra armor, so you may not have to rush that Seeker's Arm Guard initially, even though it does look like that is what Cheese Beluga has on the table with that cloth armor and now a mana crystal. So what's that going to be, a Tear of the Goddess?
That could go into a Chalice of Harmony, but Tear of the Goddess into Saros Embrace. I've never really seen a Saros Embrace Xerath before, so I think Chalice of Harmony and the cooldown from the Athenes and Holy Grail is more of a thing that they want for him.
If only a mana crystal had something to do with that. Bottom lane, we're going to see a dive there on Beast, and Arthlon's walking through the turret. The way Arthlon plays Dr. Mundo is with as few auto attacks as humanly possible. I think he auto attacked like 9 times in the last game, getting stunned out there underneath his turret. Just taking a little bit of turret shots, doesn't actually care, even though, keep in mind, this is 3.15 patch, so there's been a little bit of a nerf to the sustain and the defense tree, so we'll have to watch out and see if that affects Dr. Mundo there. Arthlon probably not caring too much about that. Nice spell shield there from Don't Mash Me on the zap coming out from Robert Exley.
Broken Shard was heading up top too. He's level 6. He's got Explosive Cask available to him at any point, so looking for potentially a tower dive. He will be going in with the body slam. Does get the Explosive Cask out of Don't Mash Me. He's flashing away, but gets pulled back by the Flay and gets hit by the zap. Robert Exley chunked away. Ignite is still taking out Don't Mash Me. They still could look for this dive while down bot. Arthlon and Beeson just trading back and forth. Body slam in. He shields the damage. Zap connects, gonna need just a barrel, but a flash in for Robert Exley and an auto attack from Broken Shard. Get the kill. Explosive Dead Rocket connects as well as Robert Exley levels and gets that one, but Godshoe secures the kill with the passive with the minions while down bot B-Sin picks up the kill with the Wind Slash, and now it's Porpoise Pops flashing in with the Assault and Battery on a Broken Shard, gets it with the excessive force, and if not, Cheese Beluga was on the side, willing and waiting to get that kill.
Might seem like a little bit of overkill, but having some redundant damage really assures that you do get those kills, and after a 3-1 early start in the first like 3 or 4 minutes of the game, right now, 8.5 minute mark, it's back to almost even at 5-4. Still a pretty sizable goal lead of about 500 extra goals.
Wow.
I know, it's really game-changing, but let's just be honest. It's nice to have some early gold, and it's more about where the goal is actually located. 2-1-2 on Robert Exley versus just a 0-1. Both AD carries with BF swords, so they've been able to save for that first big buy, but it's the Vamp Scepter that's really going to make a difference in that lane, just allowing a lot of sustain if they do go back to duo lanes, because right now it looks like they're switching it back up.
Yeah, so going to send Arthlon back into the 1v2. He feels confident enough to take them out and just sustain through and just get the levels as well as all the gold he can with those cleavers / trophies with that skin. Godshoe places another pink board in that tri-brush, so looking to take control of that one and free it up for Porpoise Pops to come in at any point, as well as B-Sin just going to walk right back in. Knows that they're going to send the 2v1 to him, so they will try to respond. And with this 2v1 rotation from Determined, they could try to set up a dragon like they are with Bubba placing that pink ward over there. And Robert Exley just going back to farm this wave. And looks like Godshoe's kind of hanging around mid right now. He drops a regular ward to kill out a pink ward that was placed there earlier on by West Rice. So we're going to see if they want to make anything happen. As the stun gets applied there, it does not connect. West Rice pops the ultimate, gets out, but there's the last hit from the other ultimate, and Porpoise Pops getting caught out right now. Double buffs on him. It looks like West Rice is going to get with a taste of fear as a body slam out of Godshoe. Everybody else is going to disengage here. Broken Shard out of mana, and it will be backing off as they will be just content with taking a free double buffs.
And there you go, Westrice. I love the itemization choices. You can see he's going for a Hex Drinker first. And usually Hex Drinker, you know, it's a defensive item choice that gives you some offenses at the same time. But the big thing is that it delays your Brutalizer because you could say he could turn those double longswords straight into Brutalizer, or he can have the defensive option choice of going for Hex Drinker. So he has a lot of options to him. He was tanky enough to withstand the Xerath burst, and with that kill, he's now more of an offense, or more of a threat to Xerath. Arthlon's going to face check right into Godshu. Damn, it just goes down. There's Ignite. Actually going to go through the sadism. Godshu is just trying to auto-attack Arthlon down. I'm not sure he's too concerned about that one.
No, he missed the root, and the chase is still on. The cleavers are connecting from Arthlon. It looks like he's not going to turn around, but the tier 1 turret in the bot lane is going to be the first turret of the game for Determined Gaming, as well as the minions taking the second turret of the game in that top lane. So a good job by those minions to get that one, as well as Arthlon taking the attention of both Don't Mash Me and Godshu there in that chase. That did not work out for them. Pink ward now going to be contested here. Excessive Force that aggroes the dragon as well, so Porpoise Pop's not caring too much. Shrugs it off with the passive and gets that shield. So with that, they could still be looking to make a play onto that dragon. They drop wards both from both sides, and just going to see where they want to go from here.
Porpoise Pops is doing the wipe, but more importantly, he's right there to back up B-Sin. So if Robert tries to overextend too much and really abuse that range there and the presence of Bubba Dub in what he thinks is a 2v1, well, you're going to have a little bit of extra company there from Porpoise Pops. He's going to back off, do the Wolf Camp, and should come back down to that bottom lane because Westrice, he's putting in some deep wards, looking to get his roam on, and together with Broken Shard, looking to set up for a Determined Dragon. They are determined to take that one down. I'm going to have to see how many more times I can work that into my Senate structure. But bottom lane, right onto Robert X. Lee. B-Sin catches him out there, doesn't even have to win slash. We'll take him out. That means that he's just kind of distracting the rest of vVv away from the dragon, and with so much mobility, determined to just jump over the wall and get out.
Yeah, just a leap, a lantern and everything else, and they're gone. And Robert X. Lee kind of getting blown up there. The wind slash not required, like you said. It's so hard for Jinx to escape Vi. Assault and Bowery just goes through everything. She has no gap close. She has no escape. So it's really hard for her to get away without that flash, and it's still being on cooldown from when she rotated from top. Now, a rotation from vVv. They want to go in and try to take as much damage on this tier 1 turret. Hook does not connect from Bubba up there, so they will just back off. And Cheese Beluga stacking a tier. Got a Seeker's Arm Guard, so going to be perfectly fine with mana and could siege us for quite a while as he does go into that stance there, and they do just back right on off as some nice wave clear from Determined side does keep that safe for a little while longer.
Now, I was talking about the Hex Drinker from Westrice earlier on. He's actually gone for the best of both worlds. Didn't delay his Brutalizer, but turned the Null Magic Mantle into some Mercury Treads. So not only is that going to help him be more offensive by reducing the stun duration from the Locus of Power, extending the range there, Cheese Beluga can try to stop him from getting in there. But now, Godshu actually supporting the mid lane and leaving the AD carry Don't Mash Me up top lane just to farm the lane out versus Arthlon.
And Cheese Beluga going to be content here. He's got blue buff. He's got tier. He's going to have infinite mana for this push that is going to be attempted out here by Robert X. And Bubba Dub, as well as Broken Shard, hanging in that lane to throw out the barrels for the one-shots in the back line. Root connects on a Bubba Dub. He's just going to eat a little bit of plant harass there. And they will be backing off as the barrel. Going to connect with Cheese Beluga and chunk him out. That Spirit of the Spectral Wraith build with the Doran's Ring just going to be doing a lot of damage early on.
Yeah, Barrel's just to siege down underneath the turret, and it's going to be kind of Gragas versus Xerath here. Just big wave-clearing mages, probably going to prevent a whole lot of turret pushes anytime they both wind up in the same lane. So should see, you know, like most games in this early part of preseason Season 4, the game probably will stretch on very long just because of how much wave clear both teams have. Now Broken Shard getting locked up, knocked up.
What?
There's actually the,
He took the lantern, mid assault and battery, and got out of there. That was...
You
can click it, but the animation for Vi's ultimate will put you back where it started, so it won't follow through the lantern unless you click the unless you apply Vi's ultimate as you're clicking the lantern, it won't follow you. So he clicked it after, so she went to where he would have been. So it's really confusing, but well played.
That's all the analysis I'm going to give to that. You can see some interesting defensive choices there, but in the end, Broken Shard gets caught out and gets out alive. Top lane, Godshu rejoining Don't Mash Me. Arthlon's still pushing them back to their turret as they don't really want to tank that minion wave just yet. It's a Tiamat, the first item build there for B-Sin. They're going up as far as damage dealers would be against Westrice, who is looking for probably a Last Whisper instead, though it's definitely stylistic depending on how you want to go out. Godshu will flank out Arthlon, gets the nice snare onto him. I don't think he's too concerned about this. Misses the Summoner's Cup though, so we'll be able to back on off for now, and that gives Don't Match Me and Gachu control of the top lane.
I was wondering what they were going to do, if they could have fully committed to that one. He still has Sadism, he has Ghost as well as Ignite, so maybe he could have turned on on Gachu, excuse me, if anything. But now we're seeing a chase be initiated here. Robert X. Lee looking to be their target. Beeson dashing in with the Broken Wings, but they're going to back off. Barrel zones away a little bit because they're scared of getting that little bit of poke damage, and maybe an explosive cast could be dangerous for their health, as Gachu was hanging on the side just in case. We're going to see Bubba come in, walk into the ward. He's looking for the death sentence. There's wards on both sides respectively. Robert X. Lee going to take a little bit of poke. Arthlon going to proc that shield on. Don't match me there with the Summoner's Cup. Looks for another one, does connect, just on point with those. And going to be backing off. He's fairly low in health, wants to keep it safe. Ooh, death sentence does not connect there. Cheese Beluga looking to just zone out as much as possible. And he's got a Phoenix Codex, so could be looking for Morella Namicon and not going for the Chalice of Harmony / Athene's build like I thought.
Yeah, this is something that only Jacksmith, the mid laner for Cursed Academy, actually does a lot on his AP Scion. You go for an early Morella Namicon, not only does it give you the healing reduction from the I think Grievous Wounds, yeah, which is going to be great against Arthlon. You won't have to ignite him in order to limit his healing, but it only works when you're below 40% health, so you're going to have to get him down there, which is kind of a challenge against Dr. Mundo. Either way, it's a great early game item, gives you a ton of early game stats. It kind of falls off later on when you consider things like Chalice of Harmony into the Athenes and Holy Grail, but it's great to pick up for right now. It gives you cooldowns, which is going to help Cheese Beluga push even harder.
Oh, and speaking of pushing, Robert X. Lee is doing that thing down bot. Beeson was going over the wall, does get spotted out by a ward, and Robert X. Lee will play it safe, not go any further, and will be safe from that as Arthlon and Mashmi just keeping on at it in this top lane. He's just sustaining through everything. We do see a flash play out of Gachi right now. There's an ultimate popped out by Cheese Beluga, going to siege them away and scare them out. Well, though Mashmi has the hunt activated, looking for Arthlon. He pops Ghost, but down bot, Wind Slash from Beeson secures the kill. Lets him a killing spree as well as Broken Shark going to get stunned out. Gachi looking for a root. There's an Ignite dropped. He misses the Q. Not going to be able to get that one. He will just body slam over the wall and get out of there just fine. A back ping initiated as they want Domashmi to stay safe and not get flanked out by Broken Shard. So a 1 for none. Actually, no, it was a 2 for 1 right there, and a good job by them. But now Domashmi looking to play with his life. Going to go into Arthlon. Gets the Boomerang Blade as well as the Bouncing Blade for the kill. And Arthlon kind of popping that sadism made him lose too much health, and he could not fight that as the mid lane push from vVv. They know that Arthlon's dead. They can get that turret fairly easily and will be content with that and rotate towards Dragon. Spawning in 20 seconds, so could look for some ward coverage and maybe a bait.
Yeah, there's a B button for a reason, Dan. To me, being at 10 HP in the top lane against an 80 carry would signal the use of that button. But to Arthlon, he just wanted a little bit more, and, well, he's going to have to take a little bit more respawn time. Ooh, the poke damage from Broken Jar. But now Westrise getting on to Don't Match Me. Not going to slow him down. There's the slow. Not going to last long for this world. Westrise finishing the job, but in the bottom lane around the Dragon area, to be the first kill there, taking out Gachu. The bottom lane already down. Robert X. Lee will flash over the wall with just the tip of his health bar remaining for Porpoise Pops. Will get played away. Perfect play by Pubba Dub, and now body slam in there. Beeson will get dragged away, stunned to come out, but gets knocked up, locked up. Westrise goes in. The shutdown, though, from Broken Shard. Westrise with another kill, completely cleaning this up. Now he could get Cheese Beluga, just needs to get in range.
He can get a range. He got it. Nice. That was a perfect play. Nice kiting by Robert X. Lee there. He gets away because the Tier 1 turret is nowhere near. Robert X. Lee kites around towards the Tier 2 and the Wraith Brush, as well as Bubba Dub's Flay on the Vault Breaker / Flash from Porpoise Pops. Just completely disengaged that whole fight and threw them for a loop, especially with the box to slow them down from running in that wall. So a really, really good job by Determined Gaming right there, as well as then Westrise coming from the top lane after his kill on Don't Mash Me. So just getting jumps and resets galore, and leveling up that Taste That Fear for the increased damage and range on the claws, just helping them out and helping them secure this dragon.
And out of nowhere, it goes from 6-6 for a 4-1 trade, plus the dragon. We were talking about how close the gold count was earlier on. Now it's up about 7,000.
Oh, wow, a ton of gold now. We do see all 3 outer turrets gone from the side of... actually, never mind. Gosh, you're going to get hooked through the wall there, and no initiation from Bubba Dub. He doesn't want to... commit a little too hard into a team that would have just shredded him away with no one behind him.
Don't Mash Me has decided that the rest of his team can help themselves out to whatever they want to do. He's been pushing down that bottom lane. We'll shove the wave into turret, head on back to base. You can see the standard Bloodthirster Static Shiv for his opponent, Robert X. Lee. It's probably going to be the same thing for Don't Mash Me, just a little bit behind in his build.
Yeah, so when he does start picking that one up, it'll be pretty even on items, and we do see as Xerath is sieging on the side there. Going to look for some of that harass with the Q. And back right on out as blue buff is on B-Sin, so he will be able to spam and get away. The root does connect. The slow plant's coming out, denying them from pushing in any further. And that's going to be pretty much it. And I'm wondering which tier 2 they're going to look to siege first as the 4-man group and let Arthalon do his thing as that split pushing window like normal. We do see the plant aggro the Baron there, going to give him a little bit of harass. Plant does fall to that one. Talisman extension used.
Clears out the ward.
Wow, Robert Exley going to get jumped on. Assault and battery as well. A ton of damage coming off. He's trying to take out Don't Mash Me, and it's really close right now. The barrier absorbs most of that damage. Don't Mash Me as well. Force use barrier. Now West-Rice on a Cheese Beluga looking to one-shot him. Cannot do it. Explosive cast from Broken Shard picks it up, while Wind Slash on a Bubba gets him in the mid lane. So overall, just a 1 for 2. And going in the favor of vVv right now.
Yeah, I gotta say, B-Sin, you know, he's a new player, not only competitively. Last time I've seen him on a team was Underrated Gaming with a Zingy way back in the day, but it's nice to see him coming back and really an asset to vVv here, up 4-2-0. It's really him and Westridge just kind of running around the map and killing everybody. The difference, though, is the 5-1-4 jungle Gragas from Broken Shard. I don't think I know another jungler who's picked up Gragas just yet, but Broken Shard ahead of the meta, really making it work here for Determined Gaming.
And something to go on his head is that death cap now that he has, so a ton of damage to come out from him. So we'll see how well he can utilize that one as Arthalon kind of not being answered right now. 165 CS, almost the most, next to Robert Exley on his team there. But following that up is Don't Mash Me. B-Sin looking to go in right now. He does have a ton of damage from the Ravenous Hydras with some sustain, so going to be backing out as the wet noodle fight does continue.
You're trying to chase Moon, it just throws a cup at you, and you're like, oh. Well, that sucks, and now B-Sin's going to walk back to his own turret. Something to talk about, we actually hit this in the champion select, is that with Broken Shard playing a more damage-dealing jungler, you can go tank Gragas, and it works out really well with the damage reduction from Drunken Rage. With a death cap, I don't think there's a whole lot of tank stats in Broken Shard's future. That means that they're really just relying on Arthalon as their big, beefy engage. Now it's going to jump onto B-Sin. Bubba looking for the death sentence over the wall, lands it!
Gets the flay as well. B-Sin flashes into Broken Shard right now. He's ignited and will fall to the barrel as well. So Determined Gaming with a beautiful execution right there, and it will be Porpoise picking up that Golem, while Reshrice pops the ultimate, looks to get the spikes in, pops it again, but it will be a beautiful shield to stop the Taste of Fear as well as the passive. It's going to be a nice full breaker in onto Arthalon, but he gets Death Sentence for Shoveled Flay backwards, as well as Flame Choppers, Assault and Batteries onto Arthalon, but they pop the Talisman. Arthalon tanks through it and lives, as well as the 4 members of Determined Gaming do secure that nice kill. They're looking for somebody else right now. Zap connects on a Cheese Beluga, flashes in, a flash force out with the cast. Gotcha, going to flash away from that brush as well. Barrel connects as well, taking him down to about 150 health. This turret is going to fall. Mega Death Rocket does not connect. Zap! Oh no, a plant blocked it. The barrel as well as the body slam from Broken Shard, but a nice stray from Gotcha will keep him alive. Just barely making it out, and it will be a tier 1 turret going down, but a tier 2 on the top line of Westridge. On the side, looks to the leap, gets the Taste of Fear, and stills that one in Gotcha's plant life. He leaps away just for some style. Well, now Arthalon going to respond to Don't Mash Me split push. Going to wait for the shield to fade and get in his face. He has Sadism available for the speed. On the hunt is not available for Mash Me though at all. So going to look for those cleavers as it will be a nice strafe. This fight could go on for a little while. He's got a lot of health to go through. Going to keep the kiting on, but now Sadism is activated. Misses the cup though. Going to go in with the Burning Rage and a flash forced out. He pops the shield. Can he do anything else? No. It will be the Burning Rage for Arthalon to pick up the kill on Don't Mash Me.
You know, there's only so much you can do. I don't think Arthalon loves these champions where you just kind of like click on the other guy and then you just walk at them and let your skills do the work for you. So really, really nice to see Dr. Mundo going where he pleases. I don't think Don't Mash Me is really too happy about that. We'll see what he does. There's the Last Whisper picked up. So, all right, he's like, okay, I didn't deal enough damage there. Need to fix that Last Whisper up there. But at the same time, limits his wave clear just a little bit. But when you're playing Sivir, limited wave clear really isn't something you have to worry about.
No, bouncing blades, boomerang blades all over the place. And if we're talking about builds, Westridge, Hydra, Last Whisper, and Brutalizer. So he is going to be doing a ton of damage if he leaps in, especially on a Mash Me or Godshoe or Cheese Beluga or Riven, anybody really at this point. He can just shred right on through, just a ton of armor penetration there. We're seeing some wards be placed out by Baron. It looks like Determined Gaming is comfortable enough to place out 3. They have 1 in their try, 1 in the Baron, and then 1 in the upper try, the red buff on the vVv side. So we'll see what they want to do with their excellent ward coverage right now. Zap for a little bit of harass, but Porpoise will pick up that Wraith. We do see B-Sin hanging around the side right now. Cups coming in from Arthalon and wards being cleared out there as another pink ward does fall in the pit. So denying a lot of vision is Determined Gaming and keeping vVv on the defensive.
There's going to be Broken Shard taking away a blue buff for himself. And to be honest, when you're thinking about carry potential, Broken Shard's really playing like that mid laner. Cheese Beluga siege things up there. Gachu clears out that brush, and vVv actually looking to make more of a pick than really initiate here on to Determined Gaming. And when you're down almost double the kills, you probably do want to thin out your opposition before you just look to fight them. But Determined Gaming know what's up. They're going to keep pushing things on very slowly in the top lane. But Dr. Mundo, is he too overextended? Gachu looks for a snare, will land it. Arthalon, don't think you really want to engage on to him. Oh, Gachu!
Gonna get one shot out there. Assault and Battering, Robert X Lee, but no one else to follow up. He's gonna use the Vault Breaker and the Flash, but Westrice gonna leap on his face and taste his sphere and pick up a kill for himself. He's now 7-1, and now this looks like it's gonna be a free opportunity for Baron for Determined Gaming, as everybody can just go on over the wall. Robert X Lee just uses the fish bones. Cheese Beluga and B-Sin though looking for a way to get around. Mega Death Rocket does connect. Westrice on the side, flashes over, gets the leap. It goes godlike. B-Sin looking for the fight, as Westrice will pop the stealth, get the mobility, and walk his way out. Until Matchme is following behind, though. Robert X Lee looking to come in. The Baron is getting dangerously low. Westrice leaps over the wall. He's going to help him secure this one out. And it looks like the smite from Broken Shard gets them the Baron. And now with that, they're getting fairly low. They're going to look to go back to base, and I'm wondering what they're going to pick up.
I was worried about that Baron for a second, and then I realized B-Sin didn't have a Sunfire cape. So with no steal potential there, first Baron of the game will go to Determined Gaming. They're going to start to push things back out. Should probably head back to base, because if you want to check out how much gold they have in their inventory, yeah, you got over 1,000, several thousand, in fact, as far as that's concerned. 2,000 on Jinx, and Bubba actually just spending a bunch of his money, so no worries there. 2,500 there. Dr. Mundo. Arthalon hasn't been back to the shoe shop in a while. We'll have to see what he wants when he does finally make it back. No magic penetration for his boots this game, so I'm a little disappointed there.
Unfortunately, but it's going with it.
He can still buy those from other boots, though. So.
Yeah, sure, why not? Just get another pair. We do see Westrice going to be initiated on here. The Vault Breaker does not connect. Assault and Battery goes in on the Westrice right now. They're looking to get a ton of damage onto him. Westrice getting chased down. The Root connects with a Lantern. Gets him out of there. Cheese Beluga trying to fight Arthalon 1v1. Cannot pick up the kill. The sadism regeneration. Just too much. Walks right out of there. Goes where he pleases. And now will be content when pushing up in this top lane by himself, as 1v1ing a Xerath. If you can get in his face, he cannot respond to you. Even with the stun, it just wasn't enough to stop Arthalon's rampage.
Yeah, Arthalon, I don't think he understands fully what a turret does. It's like he thinks it does damage, and then you just watch it, and it doesn't really have all that big of a-
interrupts the Vault Breaker, but he actually gets the shield. The explosive cast secures the kill. B-Sin gonna get knocked out by that one. There's a nice Stranglethorn, and explosive Death Rocket does not pick up the kill. Westrice gets that one. Still legendary at this point. Now gonna take out the turret, and most likely the inhibitor, as it looks like there's no response from vVv. 3 still dead. I don't know if they can rotate to top, because 20 seconds left the respawn timers. I'm not too sure if they'll be able to do it. Arthalon is tanking it right now. He's got the regeneration from Baron. A ton of damage being laid into him. Pops the sadism. Heals for 78 a second. A ton, but the ultimate gets dropped out there. There's no response from anybody else. Don't Matchme is forced to run out as they're trying to poke as much as possible with that Xerath. The inhibitor is going to fall, and now Matchme gets chunked out there by a barrel and a zap. And with that, 2 inhibitors gone, and Determined Gaming looking strong and going to look to back out.
vVv coming back with home guards. They won't really find anything but minions to clear out of their base. This is 3.15. It's a good time to talk about some of the changes from the patch. One of them was the super minions. Now, when you do have super minions in your lane in Season 4, they only affect the strength of the minions in that lane, but now they affect it even more. They're going to amplify the damage of minions around them by 70% instead of just 40, and then they're also going to give adjacent minions 70 extra armor and magic resistance instead of just the 40 armor and magic resistance that they gave before. So I thought, hey, you know, it's a little bit too easy to kill off lanes that do have super minions in them, so now it's actually going to be a lot harder. You're going to have to dedicate a lot more resources to keeping what is now that top lane alive even longer. Now, TBD, they're pushing out. You can see Dr. Mundo, he hasn't necessarily been to the shoe shop, but he has picked up a Warmog's armor on top of Spear Visage, Sunfire Cape.
Is that a Zephyr from the pickaxe? That could be. He's got a pickaxe in his inventory, you know. Looking for some of that on-hit damage if he does get some auto attacks off. Maybe we'll check how many he has thrown in there later on. But he's looking pretty strong. We'll see what he can do as he runs through more turrets. He's got 30 health regeneration a second coming in from that Warmogs and the Baron buff. Robert X Lee just destroys the turrets right now. Zap connects into Cheese Beluga. He's going to be forced to back out right now. He's a little slow. And Arthalon going to lead the charge there. Does not care. Going where he pleases. Cleaver does connect. Everybody's going to look to go in face first to this one. Tower doing a ton of damage. Borbostops does Vault Breaker into a barrel. We're going to look to see what they want to do right now. The Fishbone's going to be in enough range to just take down that turret so quickly. Zap does not connect. They're looking for anything right now as Death Sentence isn't coming out either. The Lantern onto Arthlon. He's just tanking this turret flat up to the face. And the force of flash out of, I don't know who that was, Gashu actually. So this siege is coming out to be very effective for Determined Gaming.
All they have to do is focus on the bottom lane.
It just pops it.
Arthlon is going to be gaining health from the turret hitting him. I feel like that's the way it was designed to work. So either way, incredibly tanky, pushing in. Now no more inhibitors to defend the base. The last one will fall. Top one should respawn. There's Broken Shard getting in there, just trying to zone the rest of vVv off of their Nexus. A lot of death sentences to come out. Beastin taking a ton of damage. There's actually an engaged challenge there as Porpoise Boss will go in. Follow-up damage from Beastin from behind. Robert taking down dangerously low. He gets out. There's going to be a Super Mega Death Rocket going in, and vVv nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Arthlon does get knocked up. Beastin tries to find him, but Westrise
comes in from the back, assassinates Gotcha, looking for a death sentence. He's trying to take out Beastin, but cannot get in range as GA is popped. He's going to be coming back to life in the middle of a bunch of people. Cheese Beluga picks up the kill on Arthlon, and Westrise, when he does come back up, does get taken out. Robert Ixley is dangerously low. Can they get it right now? It's a flash and a Q with the sieging from Cheese Beluga. It's not in range, but he picks it up with a stun, and it looks like Beastin going to chase down Broken Shard here, has the blue buff. It's going to be a body slam to the wall. Can he chase after this one? He smites the minion, heals up a little bit, and the chase is over. As now vVv is going to have to defend 3 inhibitors down, a minute and a half on Baron, a minute on Dragon, and a very strong Determined Gaming.
Yeah, and you can really see that with vVv, the way that they're playing from behind, but they're playing against a team that has, like you said, that triple threat. They don't have to worry about tanks now because they're never going to be the ones getting initiated on. You can see when they were initiated on, it was actually a 3-for-0 exchange in favor of vVv. Now, there were a lot of things that went into that, like Determined they were a little bit overextended. They couldn't disengage fast enough. They were all very low from having poked down the Nexus turrets. But still, you know, kills are kills. They just happen to be doubly in favor of Determined Gaming, and that's something that vVv can have a tough time dealing with because, hey, they've got double super minions now in every lane.
Does each super minion apply?
No, it's just the fact that they're spawning in the lane.
All right. Imagine they just separately applied 140% armor. That'd be a little ridiculous. We do see everybody grouping up mid now as the inhibitor top is up, so we could just see them rotate towards that one, go for an easy fight, and look to try to end the game. Arthlon just healing a ton, hasn't bought anything yet, still sitting on that pickaxe and Doran shield, so I'm going to sell that one most likely if they get a chance to go back to base, or if they are actually ace and vVv holds on. 2 inhibitors up now, so the bottom inhibitor the only one spawning those super minions, and now Banshee's on Robert Ixley, so could shield up some of the damage from Xerath or the Vi ultimate if anything. They're going to have a lot of range. They can abuse that. No one can come in from the side of vVv right now. Beastin gets poked out. He's going to be forced to go back to base. And with that, they're just going to be able to sweep this base really easily.
Determined are going to take down the top inhibitor. You know, one thing that you can say for Don't Mash Me is that even though he may not be ahead or win his lane, he's always going to be ahead in CS. 312 there. Over 100 CS more over Cheese Beluga. Now Arthlon down to half hit points, but that's just going to be one sadism away from being healed back up to full. Beastin wants to fight, goes in. There will be a death sentence back out, but there's going to be Porpoise Bob dishing out a lot of damage. Forces the sadism out, and that means there's a timer on Mundo's, well, basically, infinite health pool.
You could say that he has an infinite health pool. We do see they force out the ultimate. Maybe they're looking for a fight, but Baron is live, so Determined Gaming going to just rotate to that one and try to get a free objective, and then maybe look to close out the game because the bottom inhibitor should be spawning relatively soon. Could just look to sweep that one up and get an easy 3 inhibitors again.
Now back on to Baron. It's going to take 2 Barons to close this out for Determined Gaming. There's some nice Summoner's Cups flying over the wall there, and there it goes. It's actually going to be Robert X. Lee securing that Baron for DTG. I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah, you know, I could always figure out the acronyms already. I like DG. DG seems good. Determined Gaming, yeah. You don't need the T.
I'm a believer. I'll go with basically anything, as long as I don't call them TBD anymore. I'm going to have to work on that one. I think everybody.
Broken Shard needs to change his name.
All I'm saying is that Broken Dreams and Solid Shards was a pretty cool name, and I'm pretty disappointed about that one. But
maybe a Smurf.
Their alternate team game if they ever get a B team.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so they've got their futures in mind, and one step closer to a future in the semifinals as they are here taking on vVv. Keep in mind, it's a best of 3, so this game isn't going to be the end of vVv's storing, but it could be a very solid start for Determined Gaming. As I mean, this is Season 4. No game is allowed to end before the 30-minute mark, so it's going to take us a little bit longer. as DTG take a little bit of time to regroup. They sent Mundo back to base. Arthalon coming back. You were right, Dan. It's going to be a Zephyr in its inventory. He couldn't buy the Spirit of the Ancient Golem or Mercury Treads, so he decided to give his Tenacity and a little bit more of an offensive weapon. Yeah,
and they'll give him some more speed with the Sadism. So the inhibitor bot lane did spawn. It's going to go down. And with this, with double Supermarine spawning in the way, it's going to be really hard to defend. Arthalon going to go and get tanky and tank through everything. It's going to be Gachu getting caught out as well. Beast is in the front line right now. Broken Shard picked up the kill on Gachu. Mega Death Rocket does commence, but it's not enough to stop anybody from the side of vVv. They're trying to hold this one off. They do end up mostly dying 2 for 2 so far, so a fairly even fight. vVv holding on through the Baron up TBD. A lot of poke coming in from Cheese Beluga. He's fairly healthy and got to stay in the back and front-loaded a lot of damage. His minions, though, are they going to be too overwhelming? Beeson looking to go on to Robert X. Lee right now. He's kiting with the fishbone. Zap comes out. He dodges away. Don't mash me. Going to throw out the boomerang blade. But now Westrice jumps in, assassinates Cheese Beluga. Don't mash me is going to be the next target. A flash over Robert X. Lee. It will be Westrice picking up that kill as Beeson picks it up with the Hydra activation. But with that, that is going to be game 1. Actually going over to TBD. Not TBD. DG. If they do focus down this Nexus anytime soon, as Robert X. Lee is kiting around it, and it will fall, and that is going to be game 1 to determine gaming over vVv.
All right, Nexus will finally fall, and that's going to do it for our first game of the NACL Season 1 playoffs. DTG will take down vVv. I have a feeling I'll be doing a lot with acronyms now.